Thomas right now at assists. And Pat, buckle up, man. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fast.
Standing room only here in a packed Gainbridge Fieldhouse for this highly anticipated matchup. Indiana and Dallas, a couple of playoff teams as Boston backs her way in, finds Timpson, who flips it up, shot too strong, and Couture clears for the Dallas Wings, who are coming off a win over Toronto on Wednesday. They've dealt with major injury trouble lately. They've dropped 6 of their last 9, but Jose Fernandez feeling like his team has played well their last couple of games and hopes to continue getting back on track here tonight. Beckers had 22 in that game, all came in the second half. She leaves her first shot.
Mitchell has the assignment on Paige first. Paige has the assignment on Caitlin to start the game.
Couture switches on to Clark. Is the league's top 3-point shooter in Boston. Backs her way in, spins, can't get it to go, but pulls down her own rebound and lays it home.
Will run when they can. But they want to shorten possessions for Indiana. You don't want to let Indiana have a lot of possessions because their pace of play is the fastest in the league, and they are the highest scoring team in the league.
Here's Alana Smith lining up a 3 off the mark. Couture battling for the offensive rebound, and a cutting Smith. Good find from Sims.
There's a lot of skill out here on the floor. This is why the W is so good right now.
Clark launches, 3-ball rims out. Caitlin Clark coming off a masterful performance in Indiana's win against New York on Tuesday. An emotional victory for the Fever, a 14-point win over the Liberty in a game that Caitlin Clark said we were not going to let it lose for our team, our coach. And the shot clock is not running.
There's a Malfoy's down to 5. That makes sense.
Beckers pulls up and connects. Beckers, who's averaging 20 points per game, 7th in the league in scoring. Here's the league's 3rd leading scorer in Caitlin Clark. Spinning on Beckers. They go one-on-one, and Clark wins the matchup.
Both Clark and Beckers excellent in the mid-range. Both so good at probing through the nail, making plays for themselves and for their teammates.
Odyssey Sims wore a Fever jersey down the stretch last season, helped guide Indiana to overtime of Game 5 of the WNBA semifinals. Shot clock down to 1. Smith just gets it off, and it's a shot clock violation.
An excellent job by Kelsey Mitchell defending Beckers off the bounce.
Certainly shorthanded. Clark has some space.
She had 2 really good looks from the slot. Especially when Beckers got caught going under that screen.
Agumbawale on the attack and gets the whistle. As Arike Agumbawale will head to the line for a pair of free throws.
Arike Agumbawale is getting her to the second side of their offense. Has made her a more efficient player and has extended her career. Fernandez runs some good stuff for Arike to get catches where she can be effective.
She deserves some of that role. She took the 2nd most shots in the league 2 years ago. Wale did.
Look at the clear out for Boston, one-on-one.
Boston sees 2, hands off Hull, shot too strong. Timpson with the offensive rebound, carves out some space and finishes.
I think Stephanie White likes that ISO with Boston on that Alana Smith matchup.
Getting a lot of size that they typically have in the middle.
And Indiana's rotations defensively have gotten better.
Couture steps into a 3, shot off the mark. Beckers offensive rebound.
One-on-one right here, Arike on Clark. Good help by Timpson.
Couture drives into Timpson and gets the whistle.
Indiana really scrambling, making a second effort on that.
Well, Couture coming off a big night on Wednesday, and Dallas is 2nd most this season.
Without Jess Shepard, who has been a tremendous facilitator, one of the more improved players in the league, and certainly benefiting under Jose Fernandez's system. Couture is going to have a big night against Boston, and Timpson in the front line of Indiana.
Clark finds Mitchell right up the middle, but couldn't finish. Mitchell riding a stretch of 17 straight games with 20 points or more as Beckers fires and misses.
Beckers did a good job of keeping Mitchell on her hip.
Clark going behind the back. Here is Boston. Agumbawale left alone. Shot too strong. Offense is just a little out of sync here in the early going.
A couple of offensive rebounds early for Dallas, keeping the possession alive.
Smith looking back door. Sims hauls it in, threw it off the side of the backboard. It's out of bounds, and Dallas turns it over. This Fever offense, led by Stephanie White.
To add layers to the offense, layers to the defense.
Cole on the drive, can't finish at the rim. And Agumbawale off to the races here for Dallas. Agumbawale, wraparound pass, too hot for Kawir. And Dallas turns it over for their third time this season. The WNBA Friday Night Spotlight on Ion is presented by State Farm.
Jess Shepard, she is going to get extended minutes. And remember, last year she was the co-defensive player of the year in the league along with Asia Wilson. Defense first sometimes can get you into rhythm, and I think that's the way she's worked her way back.
Kelsey Mitchell trying to shoot herself into a rhythm. She's been held scoreless here in the opening 5 minutes. A rare sight for the league's top scoring guard and second overall in the WNBA. Offense is still settling in here a bit as Beckers finds some space and gets the roll.
Clark gambles, shooting the gap, and Beckers cuts to the paint. Well done.
Here's Clark on Beckers on the other end, cut off there by Page. Timpson on the drive, puts on the brakes, but leaves it short.
Indiana's shot chart is going to show a lot of shots in the paint, in the restricted area, but not a lot of results. They've been able to get inside the Dallas defense, but they have not been able to finish.
Of 13 from the field, they're 0 of 4 from the three-point line.
Icing Paige Beckers, trying to keep her on the same side of the floor, but she does so well without the ball. And her mid-range is money. You know, Pat, today I watched her last one-made baskets on Synergy because I was curious. Man, she can get where she wants off the bounce. So efficient.
There's Caitlin Clark's first assist of the night, linking up with Michaela Timpson, who has continued to play a larger role as this season has transpired. Agumbawale off balance, good defense there by Burse. Clark wants to push. Cunningham. Timpson had it, lost it. Kawir pulled it down. Billings gets a hand in there. That'll be a jump ball. Indiana struggled from.
They have a depth advantage against Dallas.
2026 draft, Daisy Fudd. She's had a strong rookie season. Missing her 4th straight game here tonight.
Kelsey Mitchell face guarding Paige Beckers when she can. It's tough because she moves so well without the ball.
Offensive rebound, Segrist. And it's Alana Smith with the finish. Clark trying to work her way through traffic. Feet inside, Hines Allen. Extra pass.
Found Sophie Cunningham.
Segrist is called for the foul.
A lot of long, ruler cut to the basket on an offensive rebound.
Mitchell pulls back and knocks down her first shot here of the night. See Mitchell, who's averaging 24 points per game. That's her first 2 here of the evening. And as the assignment of the dangerous Paige Beckers here on the other end. Segrist off the mark on a 3. Two teams are a combined.
You know one opportunity. They're really good on the glass as well, so trying to box out and limit up to one shot.
You guys have had to play shorthanded these last few games. How has that impacted your role in the way this team operates?
Next woman up, everybody's got to step up. Nobody's going to be who they are, but we got to step up. Everybody's got to step up and do different things to feel their presence. And then we just have a rep, so it's time to show it now.
All right, thanks, Paige.
Thank you.
Paige Beckers led all first quarter scores with 8 points.
Caitlin Clark draws a foul on Enrique Agumbawale, constantly probing, looking to get a piece of the paint, looking to scoring ability.
A lot of star power on the floor as Clark steps back and is off the mark on a 3-ball. Both offenses still feeling each other out a bit.
Indiana 1 for 8 outside the 3-point line. Dallas 0 for 5.
They were 16 of 25, Indiana, in their Tuesday win over New York. They had it taken away by Cunningham, but too much contact, says Ashley Gloss. And Cunningham called for the foul.
I like the change.
Back on this 4-year stretch 10-15 years from now and view it as the best in league history. Indiana and Dallas are certainly grateful to be in those positions to draft these stars.
You consider Dallas was the worst team in the league last year to now being a playoff contender. Jose Fernando Reed and Natalie Mikase.
They have doubled their win total from a year ago as Odyssey Sims just has to hoist up a deep 3, and it's Dallas' second shot clock violation. So far, this game has looked nothing like we have expected, that offensive shootout.
In this one.
Still a long way to go. This Fever offense has rarely been held in check here over the last couple of months. Clark muscles her way inside, off the screen. Boston has a size advantage. Kawir gives help, and Boston on a second effort cleans up.
The physicality of Boston. She's listed at 6'6".
Just had the 100th block of her career on Wednesday. Swing it.
Ball movement.
Alicia Clark too strong on a 3.
You love the swing to an open shot.
Clark on the drive, gets inside and lays it in.
That's called a Gortat screen. Aaliyah Boston screening her own player at the rim, giving a path for Caitlin Clark all the way to the bucket. Won 2 in a row, and Seattle has already been eliminated from the playoffs.
As Odyssey Sims steps into a 3 and knocks it down. Sims had a big night here on season high against her former team.
After missing their first 8, that's the first triple in the game for Dallas.
Two teams who both shoot the 3-ball well are a combined 2 for 17 here tonight. Austin on the bounce for Clark, a little too far behind Timpson, who does good to recover. Clark on the shot fake, bounce inside. Timpson, extra pass. And Cunningham dials up a 3.
I got a feeling, get ready to heat up in here. Back-to-back triples in the building.
Sophie Cunningham had 12 points on Tuesday, all from the 3-point line.
She is 5 for her last 6 in the last 2 games.
Now has the assignment of Beckers. Kick out Kawir. She drills a 3, and now they start pouring in. Clark fakes the handoff, goes behind the back. Beckers sticks with her.
Cunningham wide open in the corner. Timpson missed her.
It's already Timpson's 5th field goal attempt. She is 2 for 5, but she leads the Fever in field goal attempts. As Beckers can't get the 3-ball to go.
Kelsey Mitchell has been out since she made those free throws. I think she's getting ready to come in at the next dead ball.
Clark gets by Beckers, and Kawir over to help, got a piece. There's contact as well and a whistle. Clark will go to the line. What an acrobatic play by Kawir.
Clark hangs on to it a little bit more from a dribbling standpoint because it's part of the reason why you hang on to that dribble maybe 1 or 2 more times.
Well, just remarkable how rookie was first team all WNBA. Beckers as a rookie, second team all WNBA. Both will be perennial all-stars for years to come as Kawir, tough finish.
Boy, Kawir's being extremely aggressive. Back-to-back buckets for her. The three and then the drive.
Clark bouncing. Boston through some contact, no whistle, but Boston lays it in.
That is so good of a pocket pass. That's where Caitlin Clark doesn't worry about her primary. She sees the second level so well. The second level is the screener's defender.
Kawir steps back and misses on a three ball. Cunningham Fever have not played much in transition here tonight. Dallas has done a good job to keep him out of it. Oh, Clark, impossible angle, but Kawir slams the door shut.
What a play. Wow.
What a sequence for a walk Kawir. A pair of blocks, a tough bucket inside. As Smith working on Timpson, flips it over the top of the backboard.
First of all, I don't know how Caitlin sequence.
Reminds you in football a little bit of when the quarterback throws it when the receiver's back is still to the ball. Clark on the fake inside for Timpson. Dallas recovers nicely. And Beckers able to come up with the steal. Good hands there by Paige Beckers. Beckers on Mitchell, two more. She's got
money.
10.
That's money right there. The reps, the reps.
Clark. And an offensive foul on Caitlin Clark, who pushed off on Beckers to get the offensive rebound.
The hoops is so good right now.
Odyssey Sims off the mark on a three. Dallas 2 for 13. Cunningham gets in behind the defense, and Clark found her.
You have to run hard. Caitlin will find you advancing the ball.
Smith pulls down Beckers' miss. Second chance opportunity. Swing it. Agumbawale can't hit. Indiana desperately trying to pick up this pace.
Two-man.
Agumbawale the switch to Clark. She will drive, and first there is a whistle.
That's the second time Enrique's picked up a foul defensively, trying to...
Third foul on Enrique Agumbawale. Mitchell putting on the moves, can't get it to go. Boston pulls down the rebound and travels.
See, this is where post-game Caitlin Clark was talking about stacking and sequencing plays, okay? I say this all the time, Pat. You know, if Kelsey sequencing is what Caitlin was talking about, where she has a high-level IQ and understanding. Let's see if she does it this time.
Here is Clark 3-on-2, bouncing for Timpson, who had it knocked away. Alana Smith with the great hands comes up with the block. Agumbawale takes it at Clark and gets the roll. And now Cunningham beats everyone back, but can't finish at the rim. She's going to want that one back. That was much easier than the tough angle shot she hit a moment ago. Agumbawale can't dial up a three. Another offensive rebound for Dallas. They have 7, and it leads to 3. Odyssey Sims.
Here we go. I love it. Offense, Pat. You can build a wall, you can get back in transition, but it doesn't matter. The counters, got to get up tempo, they got to get the ball moving.
They average Indiana 21 assists per game. And they average 96 points per game as Beckers misses. Well below those averages here in the first half. Mitchell trying to get Indiana's offense ignited here on the second, and she'll do just that.
Here goes Kelsey Mitchell. Probes inside the front court. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and then finishes with 18 on the clock. That's how quick, in 6 seconds, she's at the rim.
Odyssey Sims gets the step bank shot, won't go. Rebound Boston. First half not played at Indiana's pace. Clark thought about the three.
Early in the game, they established Aaliyah Boston on the baseline because she had an advantage, but they have not gone back to that.
Agumbawale right up the middle.
the defense all Dallas. 5 players outside the three-point line.
Clark shot fakes the three and gets to the rim.
It's picking up a little bit.
Clark, the first Fever player into double figures. She's got 11. And defensive 3 seconds.
Good call, right? I mean, the weak side leaking into the paint too far away from the person they're supposed to be guarding. That's an illegal screen on Smith.
Offensive foul wins number 8, Alana Smith, her first.
Neither team has led by more than 6 points in this one.
Every stoppage of play is Dallas. Indiana has to take it out of bounds. That allows Dallas to load their D.
Boston on a handoff to Mitchell. Clark side step, feed inside. Timpson one bounce, and it's not there for Boston, as Dallas has forced a couple of turnovers from Timpson here in the third quarter. And Clark called for the foul on Beckers. Not a bad foul if you're Clark, just through seconds.
Well, here comes Paige Beckers with a full head of steam coming right at you. She's going to go to the free throw line, draw a foul, or get to the rim on those.
Change for Timpson, who's longer. Both good defenders. Agumbawale off balance, draws the foul.
Foul, Fever, number 10, Lexi Hall. First second, team second.
And now a word for...
I prefer from the logo for the State Farm ads myself.
That was a pretty high bar they set. Agumbawale rolls in the second free throw. 3-point lead here for Dallas. It's been within a possession. Which offense is going to find their rhythm first?
Dallas really closing the space on Clark. And then Mitchell always finding a way, because she plays the game low to high. She attacks the hip of her defender, and she's always lower.
Agumbawale working on hole, gets the angle, and one. Arike Agumbawale.
Agumbawale just bullies her way into this matchup with Hull.
Agumbawale now into double figures. She's got 10.
Let's see if you can get Boston going.
6 points, 6 rebounds for Aaliyah Boston. And an offensive foul is the call. A push off on Boston.
Boston did not need to push off. She already had a step. I think she was a little bit off balance. Fight. You got to keep changing the looks that you give Paige Beckers. And Beckers right now does have 13 points, Pat. She's 0 for 3 from three-point range, so you got to play her as a driver right now until she hits a 3.
15 points for Caitlin Clark.
The thing is about Paige is she hardly ever over-penetrates. She pulls it so efficient.
Beckers goes cross court. Here is Agumbawale. Fires it up. Shot too strong. And a loose ball foul going against Agumbawale.
It's either, because the pace is not the up and down that we thought it was going to be. So he's done a really good job of dictating on the road.
You have to go back longer than a month to find the last time Indiana's offense looked like Hedge. What a tie game here midway through the third. Clark gets by Sims, and the footwork in a finish.
Kind of feels like playoff basketball right now, doesn't it?
Couple playoff teams battling for playoff positioning.
Possession by possession.
3/4 the way through this WNBA season.
Oh, beautiful cut. Beautiful cut. Indiana again missing points right at the rim.
Beckers, transition three.
Too easy, wide open.
Mitchell this time like a wide receiver. Splashes home a triple.
Too easy. Wide open. Oh, look at that nifty dribbling.
Becker's career too strong. Billings the rebound. Clark, all sorts of space. Fakes the three and goes right to the rim. And the pace starting to pick up a little bit here from Indianapolis. This sold-out crowd of nearly 17s in the third quarter alone. The Fever are 7 of 8 from the floor. Beckers loses Mitchell and drops a three.
It's too easy. Simple ball screen.
And Clark off the dribble, answers.
Is this the shootout we were looking for? Because I think we're getting ready to see it.
After a low-scoring first half, these two offenses starting to find a rhythm here. Beckers shot fake and hits. And now we are seeing the Clark and Beckers back and forth. Mitchell into the teeth of the defense, blocked by Clark. Smith off the mark on a three ball. Beckers with the rebound, and she is fouled. That is Dallas's 9th offensive rebound. Fever, though, are +1 on the glass overall.
Back in for your Fever, number 2,
Leah Boston having a very quiet night. She's going to get subbed out right now. 6.6 rebounds. 3 for 7 from the floor. 2 of her baskets are her, her offensive rebounding off her own misses.
Beckers wide open again. Can't cash in on the three ball. Indiana's lost her a few times here in the third. Clark way downtown. Billings offensive rebound. Cunningham reposts Billings. And through the hands of Hines Allen. Indiana turns it over for just the 8th time tonight. So the offense is reignited there in the third. Boston gets tangled up with Alana Smith.
I like it for Indiana going inside, trying to get Aaliyah Boston going. As I mentioned earlier, a quiet night for Boston. Well below her season averages. But who are not available to play tonight. 2 starters typically for Dallas.
Oh, Harris, friendly home court bounce, banks in a three. She had been ice cold coming into tonight. Is 2 for 2 from the three-point line. Igris had it knocked away by Harris. Ty Harris had a really tough start to her season. She's now trying to break out of a slump as Clark carves out position underneath.
I don't care how old she is. She was twice the best scorer in the nation in college basketball at Middle Tennessee State for Rick Insell.
Kelsey Mitchell knows a little bit about scoring in college and at the pro level, and Mitchell levels us back at 68.
At one point, Kelsey Mitchell was the all-time leading scorer in the history of the game in college basketball. And made more threes than anybody.
She's right up there, just a couple spots below Caitlin Clark on the all-time scoring list. It's Kelsey Plum as well. Agumbawale turns the corner, shovels Clark, walled off by Boston. Inside for Segrist to find some space, but leaves it short. Oh, Alana Smith around 3 red jerseys, pulled it down, but touched it last out of bounds. Indiana trying to get Boston established. And an awkward possession there, but Boston makes it work. A 5-0 burst for the Fever. We haven't really seen anything resembling a run from either of these teams tonight. As the first one decide this game. Agumbawale short on a three. Alana Smith has been everywhere, but just wrenched out of there by Lexi Hall.
What a tough board.
Indiana has 5 on 4. Boston going coast to coast. Boston's 2 fouls have both been of the offensive variety tonight. Agumbawale gets the step, Clark to help. Clark.
Look at the race and the speed up the floor. That's Indiana basketball, pushing.
Mitchell, cross court, skip it to Ty Harris. Harris is 3 for 3. All three of them have been not within the rhythm of the offense. But Ty Harris has knocked down some big shots. And Indiana has a 5-point lead. Timeout, Dallas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6.
In hockey, it's a little different. Becker's inverted on the post. Muscles her way through Mitchell. It's an offensive foul, and she is immediately asking for a review.
Okay, now you know I do not like these plays because Mitchell is in her.
Neither team is led by more than 6 tonight. Indiana can do that with a bucket. Clark, Mitchell. Oh, can't get the friendly roll. Ping pongs around to Boston. How does Dallas respond? They go to their vet, Alicia Clark. Tiptoeing the baseline, and a foul is called on Indiana.
Foul,
And on the offensive end.
Career had it knocked away. Stolen by Timpson. Clark fires. And it goes down. Shooter's touch for Caitlin Clark in Indy. Beckers tries to answer and does with a mid-range.
Stop on a dime. Look how quickly scoring changes in this game.
Mitchell fire away. Mitchell is 3 points shy of what would be her 18th straight 20-pointer.
They're clearing out.
Agumbawale draws the foul and one.
Caitlin Clark has had to defend more isolation plays than anybody else in the league. Does both.
Dallas had an 18-point lead against Toronto, cut to 4 on Wednesday. And they looked the direction of Agumbawale, who got to the foul line time and time again down the stretch. Cut that 10-point lead to 5.
Yeah, that's a foul. You cannot impede the speed, rhythm, balance of the ball handler.
Mark on the handoff from Boston, turns on the Jets. Feed inside for Timpson, who banks it in. Now Beckers wants that same call the other way, doesn't get it. Alicia Clark on Caitlin Clark. And Clark reaches as the Stars have come alive. Lee being hounded, dangerous pass, deflected. Agumbawale tiptoeing the sideline. Leaves that shot short, Lee tips it, but into the hands of Harris. Now it's facing some backcourt pressure. Finds a release foul than Aaliyah Boston. Boston runs into Lee, no whistle either way, wrap around, tips into Boston.
What a pass by Timpson.
Versus Beckers, it has been quite a show here tonight. Beckers has 27, now will look to bring her team back. Beckers being hounded. Here's Career, extra pass, and Smith lays it home.
Really good spacing by.
Beaver have outscored Dallas 19-9 in the fourth quarter. It's Clark on Clark right now. Boston, Clark.
Point percentage 0 for 1.
And that's an offensive foul. It's going against Dallas. As Mitchell's drawn a couple. Mitchell on the attack, left it short at the rim. A late whistle does come in and a foul call for Kelsey Mitchell, who will shoot 2 free throws. It's either way. That is just Indiana. Mitchell with 19, and Indiana's lead is back to 9.
One side of the floor, really challenging.
Smith inside for Clark. It's Clark on Clark again. Backdoor cutting, Awak-Kuier draws the foul.
Foul, Fever, number 7, Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, I think whatever you went with last time has to be the call there, but Kuier missed. 1 of 2 for Awak-Kuier. The Indiana lead is 8 with 3:20 to play. Mitchell thought about the 3. Opts for Boston. Boston, the hesitation. Boston had it blocked. But Dallas does not have a timeout or a challenge. There is nothing they can do about this. Well, it just speaks to the consistent high level of look down at the score sheet here. She's got 14 points, a rebound away from a double-double, 6 of 12 from the floor.
Exactly, it's quiet.
And Indiana's matched their largest lead, which Beckers tries to cut into, but can't there.
Got to get a couple of stops. There's a double team on Clark.
Mitchell on the attack, cutting through the defense. Ty Harris is 4-for-4.
12 points off the bench for Harris.
And an answer, Agumbawale and 1. As Dallas sorely needed a bucket to stem the tide.
I think so.
We are now, let's check in with Kelsey Casper.
Lives in the area, and she was even at a community event this week. Ran into her old high school coach who surprised her. Her role and impact certainly has increased over the course of this season.
Clark looking back door. She connects with Boston. Let's see, Ty Harris had not hit a shot since July 22nd. And she is 4-for-4 from the three-point line. Beckers hangs and dishes Alana Smith, but right now Dallas cannot trade buckets. It is 16. The trio has come alive in the second half. Clark looking back door. This time it's Mitchell who hangs and finishes. Kelsey Mitchell's 20-point streak continues in acrobatic fashion. Agumbawale on the other end ducks in. Difficult shots.
Good discipline by the official right there, too, not to call technical. Enrique upset, thought she had some contact. Again,
it's Mitchell again. Put it on repeats.
You try to top block her, forget about it. She's too quick going back door.
18 consecutive games for Kelsey Mitchell with 20 points. It's the second longest streak in WNBA history. Alicia Clark misses on a 3-ball. And it's the longest season, single season streak. Timpson might have got away with a kick ball. Boston deflects, Timpson comes away. Well, this has been a tight game all night, but it's been all Fever in the fourth. Clark looking to put on the finishing touches. Timpson skying, Mitchell. Just 35 first half points. Indiana's offense right back in gear, a 60-point second half. Courtney Vandersloot, who has half of them in her entire long and successful career. Courtney Vandersloot has 10 20 and 10 games.
Those she's had them are a compliment. It's the ultimate compliment to her teammates as Harris knocked down her 5th triple of the game. What a difference she was off the bench tonight.
She hit a couple of them when Indiana sorely needed. And the Fever are almost inexplicably going to come up with a near 100-point night when things look totally out of sorts for 2 quarters. Indiana comes away with a 98-87 win. The Fever are 10 games over 500 for the first time since the 2012 season, and that year they won a title. For Debbie Antonelli.